Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. U YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the derivative of trigonometric functions. So first of all, we will try to understand what are the trigonometric functions. So these are the main trigonometric functions we know: sin x function and cos x function, and then tan x functions. So these are trigonometric functions, so basic trigonometric functions. So apart from that, we know in trigonometry we have cosec x. Cosec x is nothing but 1 divided by sin x. And then we have sec x. Sec x is nothing but 1 divided by cos x. Then we have cot x. Cot x is nothing but 1 divided by tan x. Moreover, we know tan x is equal to sin x divided by cos x. And cot x is equal to 1 divided by tan x. And we can write it as cos x divided by sin x now. So these are the fundamental trigonometric functions and the variations. Now we will look into the derivative of trigonometric functions. So first one, ddx of sin x. The derivative of the sin x function, that would be cos x. These are very basic cases that everybody knows. And here we will discuss variations later. Now ddx cos x, that would be minus sin x. Then if you have ddx of tan x, the answer would be sec squared x. So I taught you sec x would be 1 divided by cos sec. So if you want, you can say this is nothing but 1 divided by cos squared x. So that's all about the base cases. So now we will look into the variations next. So now we will look into few variations. So first one, we will take ddx of 2 sin x. So now you know this 2 is a constant, so you can take it out. So if you take it out, you can have it 2 ddx of sin x. And then you know ddx of sin x is going to be cosine x, so the answer would be 2 cosine x. So that is pretty easy. So the second variation, if you have ddx of sine 2x, then you can see you have 2x here, and the variable associated with the derivative is x. So what you have to do is you have to use the chain rule. So what you will do, you will produce 2x over here, right? So that you can properly implement the chain rule, and then you can put dx over here. So you can see now this is your chain rule. So if you want to learn about the chain rule, you can watch my other video regarding the chain rule and all other properties. And once you have that, you can see now here dd2x sine 2x. So that would be cosine 2x. And then here from this part, it is nothing but just 2. So that is very simple. So that would be the answer to that question. So the next variation, so I would like to address ddx of x squared. So if you have that, how you do this question? So this is base case number 1 actually. So this is very easy, power rule. So answer would be 2x. So how do we incorporate this in trigonometry? If you have a question, ddx of sine x squared, then again you have to use the chain rule since the variables are not matching each other. So I'm going to have that construction here. And then you have dx squared here and dx in the denominator. So now here you will get the answer as cos sine x squared, and then the answer to this one using the power rule, which is 2x. So that's the answer to that question. Okay, so the fourth variation would be ddx of sine x function, the whole thing to the power 2. So here you can see the power rule is involving because of this power 2. So what you will do, you will use the chain rule. So how do you use the chain rule? So you will construct sine x as a variable associated with the differential operator. And here you will have the function. Now you have to cancel what you have constructed. So that would be sine x. And then you will put the original term dx you had. So this is your chain rule construction. So now here, if you look at this part over here, so this is nothing but power rule. So though we have sine x as the base, so the answer would be 2 sine x, and multiplied with ddx of sine x is going to be cosine x. So the answer would be 2 sine x cosine x, or you can say this is sine 2x. So this is a very fundamental trigonometric relation. So our next variation would be ddx of square root of x. So we know ddx of square root of x is 1 divided by 2 x square root. So we have discussed this in our power rule video. So now we will understand how to involve this in sine. So if you have ddx of sine x square root, so that is your variable. Now what you will do the construction here to use the chain rule, and then you are going to cancel that square root of x, and then you will have the original dx in the denominator. So now you can see the chain rule over here. So dd square root of x sine square root of x, that is nothing but cos square root of x. So that is your direct base case. And now we have to simplify this one. So this is nothing but 1 divided by 2 square root of x. And that would be the answer to that question. Now, if we extend this idea, we can have another variation, which is ddx sine x squared plus 2x plus 1. Now here, what we can do is, we can use the chain rule, since the variable involving with sine x is x squared plus 2x plus 1, and you have to differentiate respect to x. So you have to have the chain rule to do this question. So what you will have, you will do the construction like this. And then you are going to cancel what you have already constructed, and that is called the chain rule. And then you will put dx. That would be the original value you had there. So now here, ddx of this term is very easy, because now you can see here this one and that one is going to be the same. So it's going to be cosine. It's going to be cosine x squared plus 2x plus 1, and multiplied with here this part. Here you can use the summation rule. So summation rule, if you use the summation rule here, that would be ddx of x squared and plus 2 ddx of x plus ddx of 1. And we know that ddx of 1 is going to be 0, and the ddx of x would be is equal to 1, and ddx of x squared is going to be 2x. So one can write the final answer. So I'm going to take this bracket front, and that would be 2x plus 2 times 1 would be 2, and you have cosine term later, that would be cosine x squared plus 2x plus 1, and that would be the derivative of that function. Now we will talk about another variation. So if you have a question like this, ddx of cosine x times sine x. So now if you have a question like this, so we have to know one trigonometric identity, that would be sine 2x is equal to 2 sine x and cosine x. So from here you can say half sine 2x is equal to sine x and cosine x. So you have cosine x and sine x over here. So you can write that in terms of sine 2x, which is half sine 2x. Now you can see half is a constant, so you can take that out. Then you have half ddx of sine 2x. Now, how do we do sine 2x now? Half. Again, you can see that incompatibility. So you use the chain rule. So we will construct 2x in the denominator, having sine x, sine 2x in the numerator, and we will cancel 2x, which we have constructed, and we will have the original dx what we had before. So this is called the chain rule. So this connection is called the chain rule. So you have half here, and then dd 2x sine 2x, that's going to be cosine 2x multiplied with ddx of 2x, that would be 2, and that would be your answer. So here you can, if you want, you can cancel these two off, and you can have the final answer, which is cosine 2x. And that is going to be the answer to that question. Now let's talk about another question. If you have ddx of tan x and cosine 2x, if you have something like that, I will teach you how to simplify this kind of stuff. So if you see tan x and cos 2x, you can't see any simplification between tan x and cos 2x. Instead, what you can do, you can use the product rule. So you can say tan x times ddx of cos 2x plus cos 2x times ddx of tan x. So now that is very easy. Now here you have tan x, then ddx of cos 2x, then you have to construct. So I will do it with details so you can follow from the beginning. So d2x, you are using the chain rule, right? So you will see the cancellation over here, and that's all about that part. And here you have cosine 2x, and ddx of tan x would be sec squared x. Now from here, you will see dd2x of cos 2x would be minus sine 2x, that we know from our base cases. And from here, you will get 2. So finally, you can conclude this 2, so I will put minus here, 2 tan x sine 2x, and from this part you get plus cos 2x times sec squared x. So I can't see any further simplification, so I will leave the answer in this way. Now finally, we will try to do a little hard question. So if you have ddx of sine x and cosine 2x, the whole thing to the power 2. So if you have a question like that, how do we do this? So first of all, you will see the power rule over here. So then you will do the construction accordingly. So you will change your denominator. So you will have sine x cos 2x over here, and sine x cos 2x, the whole thing to the power 2, and then multiplied with, so you are going to sort of cancel it. So that would be sine x cos 2x over here, and then you are going to divide this by dx. So this is the construction that we are going to have. That is the chain rule. So now from this part, what you will get 2 sine x and cos 2x, the whole thing to the power 1, multiplied with, So now we have to understand this part. So there you can see the product rule. So I will take sin x out, and then I will do ddx of cosine 2x, and then plus cosine 2x I will take out, and then we'll do the ddx of sin x. So now if you look at this part, this is pretty straightforward. ddx of sin x is going to be cosine x. And then this one here, we have to use the chain rule again. So I will show it to you here. So that would be d2x. I'm going to construct that since you have 2x inside this function. And then I'm going to cancel that, cancel what I have constructed 2x, and have my original dx there. So this is my chain rule. So dd2x of cos 2x would be minus sin 2x multiplied with ddx of 2x would be 2. So that's going to be my answer. So inside the bracket, what I am going to have is minus 2 sin x sin 2x plus, so I'm going to take this term over here now. So it's going to be cos x cos 2x. So it's going to be cos x and cos 2x. And that's what I'm going to have inside the bracket. Outside the bracket, I'm going to rewrite this over here. And that's going to be 2 sin x and cosine 2x. And that is going to be your final answer. So thank you very much for watching this video, and let me know if you have any questions, and hope to make few important videos in the future too. Thank you.